What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we're here today with a review for Life After Lockup. I really want us to get out of season 3. Like, we're really in season 3, episode 49. Devil on the Shoulder. That was hilarious. So, you guys, before we get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and are not subscribed to the channel, then I'm going to need you guys to do me a solid favor. Stop taking me out on this date, having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me that favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave your comments, you guys. Do that for me and share the video. And with that out the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into the episode review, shall we? All right, guys, so I'm going to start with the couple who, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I really think that this is literally just for a storyline, and it's Marcelino and Brittany. Now, you guys know that I've said it plenty of times on the channel that I actually do like Marcelino and Brittany. It's interesting because the earlier seasons with Marcelino, wasn't a big fan of him, but now I'm coming around. The later seasons, I'm coming around to Marcelino, right? So Marcelino, you guys remember in the last episode that Marcelino found out about this whole situation between Robert and taking that money, and I still have questions about that one, right? Like, this is why I say it's a story. I feel like it's a storyline because who in their right mind is going to put up damn near $80,000 in a checking account that you have absolutely no access to? You don't have any access to it. You didn't make the person give you any collateral, so that way if you lose, if something happens, you have a backup. You have a backup for your money. Like, I just can't imagine that, right? So Brittany apologizes to Marcelino, for basically not telling him what's going on and for keeping him out of the loop. She says that she should have told him sooner, which I agree with her. But then again, like I said, I just still think this is a bit of a storyline. Let me know what you guys think, but I just think this is storyline. So then she says that, at this point, she wants to go up to the house. Like, she wants to beat in the fucking door. And she wants to tell Robert, like, hey, Robert, give me my shit back, basically. And Marcelino's down for that. But the thing is, they have to have Kanan with them because Kanan is on the lease, right? So I'm like, but she's on the lease. If he has stuff, I mean, I don't know what the rules, I don't know what the laws are in, Vegas, right? But if he's living in his house, and wouldn't he have squatters' rights? I don't know. You guys can let me know that when in the comment section. That's just what I'm thinking about, right? So then we see Brittany as she's talking to her sister, and she's telling her sister about this situation, and they think that, Kanan is back on drugs, and she and Marcelino are going to go over to the house. And just basically, so here's the thing here's what I'm confused about, right? Like, this whole storyline is confusing. They say that the man took $80,000 from him, right? But then, on the flip side, I caught Brittany talking, right? When she was talking to her sister, I noticed that she said that the house is non-profit, right? This is a whole non-profit sober living house, right? So is the house that he's staying in, is this supposed to be the sober living house with the stuff in it that you guys are going to get? So did you guys technically lose $80,000 or I see, it's like I said, it's confusing when you really start to think about it. It's confusing, but I mean, hey, I'm a ride along with it. So they did go over there to the house. They met Kanan and another guy there, right? Kanan and that guy were in the U-Haul truck. So what they were gonna go do is go up to the door, knock, try to go in the house, get their stuff, come back out, right? Well, that didn't work out the way that they planned it because Kanan and Brittany went up to the door, and here's the interesting thing: the door was wide ass open. The door was wide open, and Robert tells him he's not doing that shit with them today. He ain't doing this with them. I'm like, y'all had ample opportunity. Y'all had ample opportunity because, like I just said, that door was literally wide open. If y'all really wanted y'all stuff that badly, y'all would have sprinted in that motherfucker. Like y'all would have sprinted into that house. Like, the door was wide open. And it's actually a gated door, right? So like I said, the door was open. He came out the door and closed the door. Y'all had time to bum rush him Like you and Kana could have just tackled him and knocked him down, and you would have been in the house. Again, this is why I think this is a storyline. But let's move on. All right, you guys. Next up, let's discuss Amber and Puppy. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So a lot of these, I feel like, actually a lot of these couples, I feel like we're just getting storyline from them. Same with Amber and Puppy. Like I don't know what's what with Amber and Puppy, right? I just don't know what's what. Because I have a lot of questions when it comes to Amber, and I definitely got a lot of questions when it comes to Puppy, right? So Amber and Puppy, they met up for breakfast, right? Or brunch, whichever one. So Puppy is telling Amber how, it really wasn't cool that you popped up on me, at my, and then Amber's like, well, who was that guy that you were with, that you're staying with? She says it's her boyfriend, right? And she says that, she also told Amber that, when Amber gave her that ultimatum last season, that it ultimately hurt her feelings, right? And, you giving me that ultimatum, I don't move on your time clock, which that is true, right? That's true. You can't give someone an ultimatum. You can give them, you can you can. You can give a person an ultimatum. You can tell them, get your stuff together, get your life together, get everything situated, right? But, on the flip side of that, you have to think about it. That's not you can't tell someone what to do. You can give them the tools. You can be there by their side, right? But people do things when they're ready. And Puppy just probably wasn't in the position at that point in her life to say, hey, you know what? You're going down a bad road. You're doing some stuff that is not conducive to being healthy, being out of prison. So Puppy hadn't come to that realization yet. But Amber tried to give her that ultimatum, and I didn't, so I get where she's coming from with that one, right? So then Puppy also says that with Eric, that's his name, he's very aggressive and he keeps a tight leash on her. Now, when she said keeps a tight leash on her and was aggressive, I'm like, Puppy, you're a beautiful girl. In this whole episode, I kept looking at Puppy, right? Puppy's beautiful, but the thing that I kept looking at was her eyebrows. I just noticed her eyebrows. Her eyebrows are a lot better than Christiana's eyebrows. I will definitely give her that. But the thing with her eyebrows was, they're both, there's nothing, not one of them not like this, and the other one's not like, well, technically they are. One is straight across, right? One is straight across, and then the other one is straight, but it goes up just a little bit, and it's actually a little bit longer on this side. So they're not technically identical. That's really what it is. But her eyebrows look a whole lot better than Christiana's. So then Amber suggests, they're talking about Sammy at this point, right? So she asks why she with Sammy, and basically Amber is saying Sammy is everything that she wants. I'm like, well, girl, that is really disrespectful. This is your ex that you were with, that you were supposedly waiting for to get out of prison. But you telling her that your other ex was what you is everything that you need. Disrespectful, Amber. Disrespectful. So then she suggested they go on a double date. I'm like, no. But okay. So Puppy went home from having breakfast with Amber, and she's telling Eric about it. Eric seemed upset about it, right? And he's like, you didn't tell him. I'm like, she doesn't have to tell you anything that she does. You're not her father. And that was the point when I realized, I'm like, I think that this is a storyline. Because I was looking at Eric and I'm like, Eric, you're giving me the fact that it's giving me that you're acting. And it's terrible. I really feel like this is a storyline for them to be on this show, right? I don't feel like it's real. And he feels like, she tells him about wanting to go on a double date with Amber. He feels like there's a hidden agenda. Could it be? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and we're going to move on. All right, you guys. Next up, let's talk about Stan and Lisa. Stan and Lisa. Interesting couple, right? Interesting couple with bad hair. Stan got that bad toupee. Lisa got them bad fusion, micro braid extensions that I just really just want Lisa to pull from wherever they're connected at. Because they came, where are they connected? Because here's the interesting thing with Stan and Lisa, right? So Stan and Lisa had an interview look with each other, with both of them. And if you looked at Lisa on the side, so Stan was talking about his ex, and Lisa turned to him, and when she turned to him, Lisa's sides looked like mine, bald. I'm like, girl, and then I'm looking at them extensions. I'm like, what are they connected to? Like, did they glue them to your hair? Like, what did they do to these extensions? Like, you know who she looks like? You know exactly who she looks like? Cynthia. Angelica's doll from the Rugrats. She looks like freaking Cynthia. She looks like Cynthia after Angelica done ripped all her hair out. And I really want Lisa to rip her hair out, right? I just want her to go bald, Lisa. It's fine. Go bald. Go bald, boo. So, just go bald, boo. So Stan, here's my thing with Stan. He tried to say the word ambidextrous, right? I'm like, he said ambidextrous. He said ambidextrous. I'm like, saying that is not the word, my dude. It is ambidextrous. Because he's talking about he don't know which hand to use. I'm like, huh? I'm ambidextrous and I know which hand I use often. It's this one, my right. I'm right-handed, but I do know how to use my left. I know how to write with my left hand. I know how to cook with my left hand. I know how to drive with my left hand. I know how to use my left hand for a lot of things. I can use my left hand for just about everything, but I'm not left-handed. It's more comfortable with my right hand. So he's like, he doesn't know which hand to use. Okay, Stan, whatever. So Lisa comes back. She says she stayed with her brother, right? And Stan is apologizing to her for texting his ex, Tina. So then Lisa makes mention of these pictures on the mantle and all that, on the walls and everything, of him and his ex-girlfriends. I was like, wow, how many women have you been with since your wife died? Jesus Christ. So he says he'll take the pictures down because he's like, you didn't see anything wrong with it. I'm like, you don't see anything wrong with the fact that you got pictures of your exes all over everything. All over. But, okay, Stan, go off, my dude. So Lisa sits down with him and she tells him that she wants to go and talk to a pastor. I'm like, Lisa, for what? I have an issue with Lisa. You know what? Lisa is a good one, right? Because Lisa is playing the hell out of Stan. Because we all know that Lisa wants to see her ex-girlfriend's breast, her new breast. But hey, Lisa, go on. I just really want something to be done with them ratty ass extensions. Like, for real. Because when they were going to see the pastor, Stan's shirt got caught. And it almost pulled out her hair. I was like, oh, pull all of them out, right? Now, when they sat with that pastor, I'm just like, girl, why did you have to put your whole life story out there for this man? You told this man you were in prison. Then you told this man that you and Stan met each other on an app where people pay for sex, which we all know most people know what seeking arrangements is for. It's a sugar daddy, but we all know that a sugar daddy typically wants a little sugar for his money. Like, I don't know no man on seeking, or woman, man or woman. I don't think anybody that's on seeking arrangements is going to be on there just I'm just going to shell out some money to you and you ain't going to give me nothing in return. But I really wish Lisa would have kept that to herself, right? But Lisa also says that Stan makes her miserable, and I can honestly see that. I can see that. But let's move on, you guys. You guys, let's talk about this dumb fool. Sean and Sarah. I really can't with Sean. I really, truly can't. Kelly, I know you watch a lot of YouTubers, right? I don't know if you watch me. If you don't, somebody send this to Kelly. Because I keep giving Kelly advice every episode of every season that we have Sean, right? What is my advice for Kelly? Y'all know what my advice is, right? Kelly, ask the producers of this show, ask Wetv, whoever, ask them for the footage of Sean, right? And more specifically, ask them for the footage where he says he is shelling out money to not Lacey, wrong person, Destiny, and to what's that other girl's name? Sarah. Because I think he said he sent her about $6,000. He sent her about $6,000. You're an idiot, Sean. Like, literally and figuratively, you're an idiot. You're, as Kelly called you, you're a dumbass. So we see Sarah. So Sarah has been out of prison for 2 months at this point, right? So we got a little bit more about her. So she went to jail when her daughter was 6 months old. I'm like, damn. Jesus, your baby really doesn't know you like that, right? So then she has her friend come over to do her hair by the name of Stacy. So then we see Sean, again, WeTV. Like I used to tell y'all about Angela and Tony, like I didn't need to see them having sex. I didn't need to see them kissing. I didn't need to see any of that, right? I'm going to say the same about Sean. I don't ever need to see Sean in the shower, getting out the shower, in his drawers, none of that. Keep it to yourself, right? Yuck. So, Sean has not saw Sarah since her release. Sean, you're a creep. Like, you literally creeped that girl. I mean, that would creep me out, right? You up and moved to Ohio. I didn't ask you to. And that definitely would have freaked me out. Like, damn, we never had a conversation about that, and now you're here, and you want me to go home with you? No, thank you. No, sir. I'm actually in agreement with Sarah. I really am. I'm not even upset at Sarah for pumping the brakes on him, right? But he says that they text and talk, and when it comes down to them meeting, she always has an excuse. Sean, I would have an excuse too. Like I said, once again, you're creepy. But the thing that bothers me with Sean is the fact that Sean wants to sit here and say that she is lying. But Sean, you're no better and you're no different than she is. You're lying as well. You're lying to her about your age, which I don't know how you're lying about your age, because you look older than what you say you are. You're lying about how many kids you got, which that is so disrespectful to your kids. That is disrespectful to your kids. Like, how do you... But you know what? Men do that. I know that men do that, right? They lie about, how many kids they got. So it's not uncommon, but that is just terrible. So then her friend Stacy comes over, right? They met in jail. They became best friends, right? Kelly called. So Sean says that he and Kelly talk every day. Kelly, you're better than I am, because I don't want to talk to him for shit, right? Only thing that we would have to talk about is the kids. When are you going to send them some money? You sending these other women money, send your kids some money. So he says that he's trying to give Sarah some space, but like I said, he hasn't saw Sarah. And that's when Kelly called him a dumbass. I know Kelly wants to say so badly that I told you so, right? And Kelly, go ahead. We the fans and the viewers are right behind you. Go ahead and tell him I told you so. So he still, like I said, he still sends her money. I'm like, you're an idiot. You are a complete idiot. The moment that he said that he sends that girl money, if I was Kelly, I would have disconnected the call. Beep, beep, beep. And would have been on the phone with WeTV. Yo, what's up, WeTV? Hey, it's Kelly. Yeah, Sean's ex Kelly. Hey, Kelly, how can we help you? So, I was just on the phone with Sean. And, he was just telling me that he's been sending Sarah money. So, the thing that I need from you guys is, can you guys send me all the footage that you have from his first season with Destiny up until this point? You can do that. Okay. So hang up. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, let's call the court. Let's call the court. Hey, so I need to go to child support. I need to go to child support. I need to do a case for child support, right? Because my ain't shit baby daddy, he is on television. He's spending buku amounts of money on women. But with our kids, my daughter had to go to a thrift store to buy some school clothes. So yeah, I'm gonna need to put him on some kind of plan where he's gonna pay me instead of paying these women. The fudge. I'm sorry, Kelly, you gotta do that. Like, you literally need to do that. So then he calls Sarah at one point, right? And I guess he's trying to make Sarah feel bad for him about the fact that he moved to Ohio, but he doesn't know anybody in Ohio. But once again, Sarah, from what you said and what from Sarah said, no one told you to move to Ohio. That was your decision, Sean. So now Sean is trying to give her an ultimatum. Either we meet up or don't talk anymore. If I was Sarah, I'd be like, fine. You need me. Basically, at this point, to stay on this show, you need me. Because the show is called what? Life After Lockup. And it's based on you and a felon. Unless you got another felon, which you kind of do in Destiny, go hook up with that. Go hook up with her. But leave me alone. Like I would have told him, you need me more than I need you. Because you're trying to stay on television to be relevant. I'm not. Maybe they both are. But that's what I would have said. Let's move on and wrap up the episode, you guys. All right, you guys, let's talk about Christiana and Native American Joe Durden, a.k.a. John. So, you guys remember that Christiana and John are going to be having a second wedding, right? I still have the question, is the first one even legal? Like, y'all got married on the back of a truck. Do y'all have a marriage license? Like, I'm still confused about that, but it ain't got nothing to do with me, does it? But I do know one thing, though. When it comes to Christiana and John, John only cares about self. It's all about him. He can parlay it. He can finagle it to make it seem like it's about Christiana, but it's really not. It's all for him and never about her, right? So they're looking at this venue for their wedding reception or wedding, I don't know. So Christiana went off to call Tara. When she called Tara, it went to a voicemail, right? So then we see John. John is paying for the venue. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, wait a minute, John. You literally don't have $1,000 in an account? I was tripping by John, right? And it ain't even the fact that you don't have $1,000 in one. It's not even the fact that you don't have $1,000 in an account, right? That's not a big deal. The issue that I had with John was the fact that this fool, I was just looking at that wallet with all those credit cards. Didn't you go to jail for scamming? That's what I was tripping off. You went to jail for scamming, right? And I was just looking at that wallet. I'm like, dude, I know that you are in deep debt with them credit cards. Because though I'm pretty positive those were credit cards. Me personally, I only have one credit card. One credit card. I try not to ever exceed my balance. Well, my balance is $2,000 on my credit. Actually, $2,100. I never try to exceed the balance on that credit card. Actually, my bank just randomly did that to me actually in December of last year. I woke up one morning and I got an email saying we've increased your balance to $2,100. I'm like, well, what? And who told y'all to do that? But I guess I don't know if they did it because, see, with my credit card, I pay my credit card on time every month. I pay more than what the minimum balance due is. I've been doing that for the last 6 years or so. Because I've been doing that for a very long time where I just pay more than what the minimum balance is. But that morning I woke up to that email. I'm like, this got to be I thought it was a spam. I thought it was like a joke, like a joke email. But no, they literally increased my balance to $2,100. I'm like, why? I was happy with the $600 that I had. I was literally happy with $600 on my credit card because I never even spent that. But now y'all gave me over $2,000. I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that. But I kept it. Again, I don't exceed it. But John, this dude, he split up $1,000 between 3 different cards. He put $500 on this card. He put $300 on that card, and he put $200 on this card. I'm like, dude, that's $1,000 right there, right? I'm not saying, I can understand it if you have because I have, so for me, I'm about to tell y'all my business. I'm telling y'all my business. But like I said, I got my credit card. But for me, I have 3. Now, I do have 3 accounts. But these are checking accounts. I have my primary checking account with my main bank. And then I have my primary checking account with my main bank. Then I also have a banking account with my Uber account, with Uber. And that's because with Uber, I can just put that money over there, and whenever if I cash out early, they don't take any money from me. They charge you a fee to take out your money early instead of when you get paid. And then I have my credit union where I pay my bills. So I would understand that, I would have understood it a little bit more, but I'm like, those are credit cards that he's using. Like, those are credit cards. So I would understand that, like, if you have X amount of dollars that you want to spend in this account, you got X amount that you want to spend in this account, and you just want to split it. But I've never done that. Because if I need the money, I just take it from one account and just put it into the other one. So, I mean, whatever. I don't even know why I went into that tirade, that little talk. So Christina tells John that she wants Tara to be a part of the wedding. And John is like, I don't know about that. I'm like, oh, okay, John, whatever. Here comes the funny part of the episode, right? So Christina and her mom go for her final dress fitting, right? So Tara was supposed to come, but she hasn't shown up yet. So her mom was like, do you want me to call Tara? She says, yeah, call her. So the mama called Tara. She left a voicemail for her, right? Then she called back. She says she believes that Tara's using drugs. And she says, put down the pipe. And then she says, I'll send someone to your door. Bang, bang, bang. When she said, bang, 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 I died laughing. Now I'm going to keep it real with you guys, right? I'm a guy, but I do love, when people wear, I love clothes. So I love fashion, but I'm not a fashion guy per se, right? But I can say in this instance that dress that Christiana had on was ugly as fuck. More specifically, it's this crap up here around her neck. I'm like, girl, you look like a bedazzled ballerina. Ugly as hell. But that's the review, you guys. The episode wasn't much. I don't even know how I made this a long review, because I know it's lengthy. But hey, if you guys, let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell button so you guys are notified when I drop anything else. Share the video, and until the next one, you guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'm going to catch you guys later. Bye, guys.